Welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. A big thank you for the support you're granting this platform. We've started another week. We hope it will be successful. There is a debate that is going on in Kenya, and the government seems not to be interested with it. The debate of school unrest and the ongoing fires. A number of schools as we speak have shut down and students have been sent home. Up to this morning, I am yet to get a clear communication from the government on the way forward and what is supposed to be done. When America sent money for an Ebola quarantine facility, immediately overnight, William Ruto convened an emergency meeting in State House and appointed a technical team led by Musalia Mudavadi to oversee the implementation of the facility. The school fires have been going on for weeks now, but I'm yet to see a crisis meeting I am yet to see a crisis meeting from the government to appoint a technical team that is going to oversee and investigate what is going on in our schools now that a number have sent kids home. Even those with no signs of unrest, the principals have decided let the kids go home and rest. But the biggest question is this a lasting solution in our schools? Are we dealing with the symptoms? What is the root cause of the ongoing unrest and fires? Is it because of examinations? And if it's because of exams have been there. Is it because of a transition from CBC, from 844 system to CBC? What exactly is happening in our schools? I am yet to get a clear communication from your government on what is going on with our schools. George Natembeya, the Trans Nzoia governor, has a message to all of us, and this is what he's saying.
These are happening now. We don't have a country. And what kids are doing here is what we've been trying to do out there. We're doing tear gas all over, trying to say the same things. That's feedback. Because the era of banning dormitories, we thought it was long gone. But now it's back. So all those things, there's no time for mentoring these students. Guidance and counseling departments are just there in name. They don't do anything. Teachers have got no capacity. You've got teachers trained for 844, almost all of them. Now they're handling CBE students who are now joining senior secondary. They're coming with a different mindset completely. How do you manage? How do you manage this? They are lying to others. They've employed 100,000 teachers. Yet we know there are 40,000 interns out there who are crying. They are doing the same job, but being paid a quarter of the salary the other teachers are being paid. Now you have got children on your hand in school. You are supposed to feed them. The government is saying don't increase fees or don't even levy fees in some instances. But the government is not giving you money to run those schools. The principal is stressed. The teachers are stressed. The board of management is stressed. All that anger again and end up with total. How do you manage this? That vent, watoto wanatafuta ndio kuchoma mashule hiyo. So these issues must be addressed. Can we have habitable, facilities at our secondary schools? Can we have management that's in touch with the students? Because how do you have 3,000 students in Form 1? Yeah, but then again, you're putting a lot of premium on these mock exams again. Yeah, so mtoto lazima tu apite. Yeah, so what happens? And some schools try to steal exams for the final exams. You cannot steal for mocks. So actually mocks are tougher than the final exam. But what's the purpose of mock? Because mock has always been there, and even now it's there, but not all schools are, or not all students are banning their schools. Yeah, so there must be something different other than the mock exams. But if the CS and the PS are just speculating like any other person on the market, because by now they should know. Because government, wanasema government, serikali iko kila mahali. Mkono wa serikali iko ni mrefu, iko kila mahali. They should be knowing what's happening, what's actually the cost, the direct cost of these things. Instead of all of us here speculating.
To me, from where I sit, I think we have people in power who are not interested with work. You know, there's a difference between working and earning a salary. You can have someone in office earning salary with no calling to the work that person is doing. That is why you find we have teachers who never wanted to become teachers, but because of salary, they were forced to become teachers. We have doctors who never wanted to become doctors. They even wanted to become farmers. But because of external influence from people, they were forced to become doctors. Go to hospitals, you find it's a mess. So in leadership, we are people who didn't have a leadership calling or wisdom to rule, but they found themselves leaders because of the influence and money. Mtu hana utu, lakini ameingia katika uongozi kwa sababu. And this is the mistake we make during elections. We elect the people based on how much they can be able to give us in return. Right? Who gives us 1,000 as tokens? Who can give us 2,000 as tokens? So the higher the bidder, the more the votes. We don't ask ourselves, how will this person lead us? The problem we have in this country. So from the leaders we have, education is not a priority to them. What is a priority is Ebola quarantine facilities. Up to now, not even the Minister of Education, Migos Ogamba, has called for a meeting to form a stakeholders meeting, either comprised of principals, teachers, and other stakeholders in the education sector to sit down and urgently resolve the issues that are facing our schools, that is the fires. Nobody still has even thought of doing so. Lakini wakati tulisikia pesa ya Ebola imeingia, overnight, mkutano ndio hiyo. Musalia Mudavadi mwenyekiti. Sasa they are moving from one county to another. Muliona PS last week amekuwa Western. Na anatangaza wazi kwamba sitapumzika paka nione quarantine facility kwa kila county. That is 47 facilities. Nobody is telling us. From the Minister of Education, hakuna mtu anasema, I will not rest until I see school fires reducing. Hakuna mtu ameongea hivyo. Lakini from the Minister of Health unasikia, we will never rest until we see 47 quarantine facilities. Hakuna mtu amesimama kuambia, I will never rest until I see students back in class. Hakuna mtu ameongea hiyo. So, nobody cares about your education. All they care ni pesa ya America ya kutengeneza quarantine facility. And those are the leaders you elected into power. God bless you. See you in the next episode. Asanteni sana.